Carroll City Kane 305. Appreciate the super chat. Obviously, if Mario loses this Friday against Utah again, and that's a Utah team that blew their doors off a couple weeks ago, does it change your perspective? And how long will Canes fans be patient with him? It does not change my perspective. One game, it's overall. Definitely has done a very good job at Oregon. Definitely raised the floor for them. Recruiting California has been really strong for him. He's made them the destination team of the West Coast at the moment. Now, I do understand that Lincoln Riley going to USC is going to change the balance of power out there. So I'm not going to say it's going to 100% just be Oregon and the Pips like it is right now in the Pac-12. But no, I mean, Oregon was not ready for that game. Now, they went into the shoe. They beat O State this year. They have, played up to big moments. But when they went into Salt Lake City, they were not ready at all. Offense, defense, special teams. You got Utah taking a timeout before the half because you got to punt it to my guy, and then he runs it back untouched. You know what I mean? And that was a thing where if you're a more conservative coach, yeah, you maybe let that ride. Utah said, nah, kick it to me. I dare you, because you're going to have to now. Kick me the ball and see what happens. And we saw what happened, right? But now I want to see a Mario Cristobal team punch back because you have it all to play for, right? So this should be the time that you do that. But if it's another blowout loss, that gives me pause. That's like, whoa, hey, let's think about it, talk about it. But no, it's not going to change my perception and think that he's not a candidate for the Miami job. You know what I mean? That this job is too big for him. He's been places, he made FIU reasonable. He went to the Nick Saban School for Wayward Coaches for a little bit. You see what he's doing in Oregon. This is a guy who has a winning track record, and he's proven that stepping up to a major brand team like Oregon and elevating them to be or continue to have them at the top of where they are, that speaks volumes, because that's way more than Manny, because Manny was a coach for 13 days, hadn't even led a practice at Temple before he came back. So that's still an upgrade. And to me, it still has to be, unless something comes way off, oh my God, that just broke. But unless something comes way out of left field, it has to be Cristobal or Lane Kiffin for me. That's not going to change. I would prefer Lane Kiffin, but I'll take Cristobal. It's fine. So, that's my read on it. Go ahead.
Falconer X, love you. The powers that be, especially the bald ones.
Wow.
I don't know if he's taken it anyway.
I feel attacked.
Hate the U. Miami feeds on the hate, and we'll be back. And I know Falconer X loves you, Cam. I think he wasn't necessarily thinking that one through.
No, he's talking about, people on the board with Trust Tweets, Tees, and outside of the program. But I just had to have a little jab, a joke, un chiste, un broma for you. The reason why, getting back to the previous conversation, it is not crazy, or that it is acceptable, palatable, that Tyler Van Dyke was not on any of the All-ACC teams is, and I kind of stole my own thunder, Tyler Van Dyke was named the ACC overall and Offensive Rookie of the Year today. So it makes sense then to say, hey, look, you got both of those rookie awards. Can't win the defensive one because you don't play defense, right? But the overall Rookie of the Year, the Offensive Rookie of the Year, both of those are going to you. So they can be a little okay by not having him on all ACC teams, because if we're talking about rookie players, it's you, So that's why I understand. You know what I mean? It's just hey, we're going to vote for these other guys. We already know that Van Dyke, because he's the only rookie of this group, he's going to be the Offensive Rookie and overall Rookie of the Year. So let's give the All-ACC team and honorable mention nods to these other guys. So it's a little bit of participation trophy-ish, where he's not the overall ACC Player of the Year. And since he's not, then we're going to leave him have those two and then kind of have it as their own things, as it were.
I also think it's just a numbers game. I think, as I stated, that the quarterback spot in the ACC is just stacked.
No, yeah.
When you've got a quarterback at NC State that threw 35 touchdowns and 5 picks, and his team's 9-3, and they'll go to a nice little bowl game, and they're in the top 25 of the nation, not make the top 3 or 4.
Fair. No, I mean, yeah, like I said, it makes sense on that point as well. But definitely, really, great for Tyler. Obviously, valuing what he did and how he did it this year. And it points to the potential future for this team and this program, because when you have someone of that caliber, hopefully you can build from where we are to where we want to be with that kind of signal caller, because, hopefully he's able to continue to play to that level and then elevate not only his play, but the play of others around him, which we've seen, some in the later part of the year. Defense needs to get a little better, but hey, that's not his fault. But obviously, huge congratulations to Tyler Van Dyke. And he is the 3rd Miami Hurricane ever to win both overall Rookie of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year in the ACC, in the ACC in the same season. And before I tell you the other 2, do you have a guess as to who those other 2 are, Mr. Rogers?
And so you said the offensive and the overall.
That is correct.
ACC Rookie of the Year. Mm-hmm. So Miami's first year in the ACC, I believe, was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie of the Year, ACC. I'm going to say Duke Johnson.
Okay.
And Travis Homer.
Ooh, 1 for 2. Duke Johnson's correct.
Oh, Amon Richards.
No. Good. That's a real good guess, but no. Do you want a hint?
Sure.
He threw the ball to Amon Richards.
Oh, Brad Kaya.
Yeah, so Duke Johnson and Brad Kaya, 2012 and 14, respectively, were the other 2 Hurricanes to have won both the offensive and overall Rookies of the Year in the same season. So, but yeah.
Homer did have 1,000 yards as a freshman, didn't he?
Travis Homer? No. He was a rotation guy. He was behind DJ Dallas.
Okay. I was gonna actually guess DJ Dallas.
But I'm trying to see about Amon Richards' awards because I don't remember. He was a freshman All-American. He was 2nd team All-ACC his freshman year.
For some reason, I believe that I do remember that Amon Richards caught 49 passes as a freshman. Is that correct?
I believe so. For a record 943 yards. Yeah, 49 receptions. Yep. 934 yards.
34. That's almost 20 per catch.
Yep.
Next up on the Super Chat, iPhone Kane. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for the contribution there. Cam, have you noticed that Manny has no play call sheet, and it's like all the position coaches are on the field and nobody in the press box?
Yes. I mean, they're all down there. I mean, you got other guys up in the press box. I think, and the rumors and chatter were that that's a little bit of where that headset penalty came from, because you're only supposed to have on-field assistants with like headsets for booth communication. But if all the assistants are on the field, but you're communicating to the booth, and they're, like it's, like to call plays down and things like that. So yeah, I think that like if you put those 2 things together, I think that like that kind of informs that or whatever. But yeah, no, I mean, he, if you know it, you know it. Like there were times when I was a choir director and we had 22 pages of music on a song, and I didn't have the music in front of me. I knew what I was doing. I knew I'm listening and I'm reacting dynamically in that moment. So, because I could handle that. I think maybe Manny could use a visual tool to help improve his performance, because after we saw the heights of that defense, we have not seen anything like that. So I know that he can do that when he has the talent. So we're talking about both recruiting, well, not both, but we're talking about recruiting and development and usage, right? But maybe having something to help guide just his brain, like, oh, hey, I need to remember, and to do this. Maybe that would be helpful. Maybe. But yeah, no, most everybody's been on the field, and I'm fine with that. In a vacuum, but like, yeah, if it's not necessarily going the right way, then maybe we could look at changing that. Who knows?